Catch up on. Catch up on. From scratch. From scratch. Dwell on. Dwell on. Come into play. Come into play. By and large. By and large. Cling to. Cling to. As such. As such. In line with. In line with. Be the case. Be the case. Pin down. Pin down. By any chance. By any chance. With regard to. With regard to. Be tied to. Be tied to. In no time. In no time. And the light. And the light. Fall into place. Fall into place. Go hand in hand. Go hand in hand. In and of itself. In and of itself. Follow through on. Follow through on. For the benefit of. For the benefit of. Come down with. Come down with. In accordance with. In accordance with. Tap into. Tap into. More often than not. More often than not. Capitalize on. Capitalize on. Take the place of. Take the place of. With respect to. With respect to. Rule out. Rule out. By no means. By no means. By all means. By all means. All the more. All the more. Ascribe A to B. Ascribe A to B. By the same token. By the same token. In proportion to. In proportion to. On a whim. On a whim. At one's disposal. At one's disposal. It follows that. It follows that. Still less. Still less. By any measure. By any measure. Do the trick. Do the trick. Get in the way. Get in the way. Add up to. Add up to. Make the most of. Make the most of. Make the best of. Make the best of. At state. At state. Be obliged to do. Be obliged to do. Do one's utmost. Do one's utmost. In concert with. In concert with. Hit upon. Hit upon. By virtue of. By virtue of. The other way around. The other way around. For good measure. For good measure. Abide by. Abide by. In the midst of. In the midst of. Few and far between. Few and far between. On the verge of. On the verge of. Shed light on. Shed light on. As far as it goes. As far as it goes. Hold down. Hold down. Go to any length. Go to any length. On account of. On account of. Draw on. Draw on. Come of. Come of. Down the road. Down the road. Out of the blue. Out of the blue. Leave off. Leave off. Think outside the box. Think outside the box. As to. As to. Thumb through. Thumb through. Be bound up with. Be bound up with. Go all out. Go all out. Conjure up. Conjure up. For the sake of. For the sake of. Stumble on, upon. Stumble on, upon. Venture into. Venture into. At a loss. At a loss. In compliance with. In compliance with. Get down to. Get down to. Strike down. Strike down. Make a point of ing. Make a point of ing. In reference to. In reference to. Get anywhere. Get anywhere. To say nothing of. To say nothing of. Take the trouble to do. Take the trouble to do. Be at odds with. Be at odds with. Come to pass. Come to pass. Follow suit. Follow suit. In the wake of. In the wake of. Get on with. Get on with. Make ends meet. Make ends meet. At the mercy of. At the mercy of. Be fed up with. Be fed up with. Phase out. Phase out. In this regard. In this regard. Stand in for. Stand in for. Ward off. Ward off. On the grounds that. On the grounds that. See to it that. See to it that. For good. For good. On the edge of. On the edge of.